of course, as part of training, him say, I was the utmost reverence Emma bench, and in this case, you are before the Supreme Court, the highest court of the land, and with the Chief Justice presiding. I mean, so it will be out of court, and then there was and you realize, anytime CJ, EBS or Bemuno. Lawyers, you have to keep quiet. I mean, and as you sit down and then you keep quiet. But it was a nice spectacle. I mean, show TV so na the
last time was the 2020 election petition, and then prior to that, the last time was in 2013. 2012 election petition, and the 2013 the case was held. It's in recent memory it's happened twice, and this was the first time that a constitutional case, the Supreme Court was allowing journalists to beam the proceedings live. And so it was.
But I think the age in the make key
application and in Attorney General Krata Eddie Koma Attorney General Chief Justice said so share some case court no consider and they have such a huge national interest. In those two cases. It is on only consideration say Chief Justice allow ma and central for the equipment inside cover live no be said it will disabuse the minds of the public about certain things, because normally when courts make rulings about such controversial cases and cases with such national interest, a lot of people think it be a court way and a court in your way. So Attorney General say exactly. Attorney General say so woman central for Bemu ebe Kavana live obi or TV bi then when you make a ruling, people understand the reason why you made those rulings. And so we were not clear whether or not the Chief Justice had accepted that request. So, but when we went in there and we tried to enter, the security allowed us because there had been communication from the registry to the security officials.
So, media from equipment and
so we could use our phones, film, do everything
within
the courtroom, use our live equipment, everything within the courtroom, because the Chief Justice had accepted that recommendation from Attorney General Godfrey Dame saying this is something that we need to do for these cases. And I
think that there was wisdom in that recommendation.
From a now could say anti-LGBTQ bill cases, whenever these cases are heard, the media will be in there with live equipment to cover proceedings live.
That's nice. That's I remember me share what went on and into detail. Na Ghana Nibia went to me and Shabia where Jimmy went to me and Sha. At least we give you a wrap of what happened. And Oman Akwaba net saying
we quite the nka muflu
area na de wo hono na yaka
two things can na na otimi hwe obi na otini dia na obi of di ka we kokko aka mamu no kokko de
de our mote
kokko akopie so you check a little bit to see into free
me fi Asante jobbing
who for Asante jobbing
aye
baby was free there's a dish here that you was Asante ma akuma ne dos who free man pon jobbing there's a command ba police and I was wondering that
okay Asante jobbing no fi jobbing need ma papa nyina
me mama a Muslim.
Okay.
Into no affair, into no kala.
They thought to be in profession, be a teaching profession, journalistic profession, tough. So what's not people want to take a certain advantage of us in the cultural idea. As a business, to can law professions exceptional happen. I be more I take it on due advantage of it. Now more can no maybe. I remember say Papa one could jam as a one no question now. No question. Jum. Now we talk Jenny. Jenny I be tell you. Once is Pentecost, Jenny be auto. Jenny na auto Jenny. Tim so so machine na me say we penalize am be grow. Oh, be careful. You be na law full of law.
But when him so say adia ba ko so a sparking of interest in the study of law 2012 petition.
Philip Addison, Tony
to be honest with you, I think a job back is so exciting. And the real lawyers, no, Omumbrans no my who say and just say, oh yes, you know, and I'm a boss who engage in the service of Thaddeus Sorry.
And I'm no
Papa Koya Attorney General.
Yes.
So
not a lawyer, no. Godfrey Dame.
I couldn't imagine that these two knowledgeable brains in the law.
Yes.
So now if how but so be a can baby. But the other where my home take a can say it will be a person says only rather we it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's nice.
Ultra green.
It's really
now
nice.
Superior argument. Very beautiful.
Yeah.
The mess pan say tell the okay anka minim how the system operates. There are a lot of cases that are of interest.
And there's a opening of court.
Because now me share the Allah for being from in the original Ghana name the
original Speaker of Parliament name.
Yeah. Me share almost one kind na. Now me share commentaries are running outside the court. They are court for paying for all cases that are politically exposed.
Can streaming live.
Yeah, kasa and trofa.
Spinning kwa.
And obi parties ni na.
Obi spinning.
It yes so sabi. Yen record them we yen tinyo ma be brase no. Omo ba no ma be posa no. Basa. Edusha. Wo si judge for no say na ya judge for the pass much imagine him there. Akotna say.
And am yes how
we no.
And in fact, so we share in some court. Sometimes the technicality is so important.
So important.
If your procedure is not right. It means what some good say what some in the
procedure no procedure na mo beba be kire say oh you bet ma to what some atwere nche e bi kra na house number no we are JT 49 na nipa no so wo e bi in church obe
e no nko ate ye bo asem ni
e ka ehihye a ye de ma ye didi asem it is a antisa nyoma we asia mesre kind of for o de hu hia kra say say we go to law school say bank komo ye di ni mran komo mo di mran komo tie ni na fa bi tu kutu dum na na obo papa wonza ene woni bi ayi aba no tima kenka it mean dia koso ene no anka I will suggest highly say cases be on man you see where the judge for no there 9070 there no where the judge mo buagu ni pan kom whether private or public cases be one a year of interest this opportunity yes I'm amazed because the Attorney General rather chose to suggest complete with the court say omo mom no nka omo hena de no and there no be hu de ekona and no because case is very critical say one till once you dey chair say obi abu kata but so open ye wie na se Ghana mra na nkasa kasa ye mfantoa na afanu nyina ti ase ampa we dey mra de ko gender mra na kasa obi amebu obi bu kata it's very important
no correct
and people should understand say even before you come to the substantive matter say law no both substantive law and a procedural law and procedural law no as important as a substantive law because a procedure a rules and a procedure and we know procedure right yes and then and one of the main decisions from the court say plaintiff name na ni motion ne ko de ba ko on
file fresh motion
file fresh motion the motion issue on it is an issue on you've not fully invoked the authority and the jurisdiction of the court so ko motion ne crab you ye ma asem ni so ye ma asem ni
so we no say method case dia and then nka ko say bia
to propaganda
you say timi dem sre we no tell me see we no kra ndi kan ko ne nyina ntie won say dia koso e bia court abegina ana de ebesa koso bi ye tie won say wi obi gina ba bi na o kan say no say da bi we the throne na abo apayom obese o sa anye bu garem keke timama space no
fantastic enti kwaku at the end no what was before the court ene na hwan mo na ba be pie mu ho and the composition of the bench panel no and net saying san yo many na fa
OBNNT two injunction applications one filed by broadcaster Richard Alaska and a researcher Dr. Amanda Odoi so ombeka ya emra parliament pass anti LGBT Amanda Odoi
Dr. Amanda Odoi for lawyer no
any difference only a researcher or UCC so these two persons at the Nsema Supreme Court said Parliament anti-LGBTQ bill am pass here no there are constitutional issues with it that makes a parliament anye na djuma yi ana oma breaching mraso in passing those and they filed their substantive their motions and their substantive cases and also filed say enko se court no be ka asem nanka se wie no court no fa injunction ento man penye kufu ado so say a mananji anti-gay bill in fee parliament
and
you know there has been back and forth. The court and that was and they will at least hear the injunction application for now. In the court, Chief Justice herself, Justice Gertrude Tokono, was the presiding member over the five-member panel hearing this constitutional case. Then there was Justice Professor Henrietta Mensah-Bonsu. Justice Yao Asaredako. Justice Mariam Owusu, and then Justice Ernest Yao Gayewu. These were the 5 members of the Supreme Court who were presiding over this case. In the court, what we're expecting is the injunction application will be moved. There will be argument from both parties, and then they will go on. In fact, when
consolidated two
they didn't, they had them one after the other, because in fact, when you look at some of the procedure and other things, and markedly different. So the Chief Justice and the court's opinion, they say we need to hear this, at least for now, for these injunction applications. Let's hear them differently. And you see, we expected that the application for injunction will be moved. So the Chief Justice, after hearing from the parties, just asked the lawyer for Richard Alaskai to move his motion.
Richard Alaskai lawyer,
but I don't want to get it wrong. But lawyer penny practice when the Chief Justice asked him, say moving injunction application, I don't see there be. This morning they have 2 applications on movie. They are of such importance. If they don't deal with it, it will affect the substance of the injunction application. First, they had an application to the court seeking leave to file supplementary affidavit. And then they also wanted leave from the court to amend their release. And in fact, the release they wanted original rate that they had filed. And this was not changing their release, but it changed the wording. In fact, I will share the affidavit in opposition as speaker lawyers filing now. They took aim and criticized the lawyers for the way they had worded the relief. So the lawyers wanted to amend it, but Thaddeus Sori said he would not allow that.
Preliminary objection.
And in fact, the lawyer for Richard Alaskai would not even finish. Thaddeus Sori was on his feet. Say what the lawyer wanted to do was not provided for under any regulation. That case law, Supreme Court, they decided in so many cases, just did not allow the lawyer for Richard Alaskai to go ahead to amend that. Chief Justice just said, this is just someone who wants to fix some wording. And as a lawyer, you need to extend grace to your to the other party. So these are simple things. But Thaddeus Sori will not allow that. And so the Supreme Court decided, okay, then let's hear your case against that.
Your argument
against that.
Yes.
Thaddeus Sori made the argument, said, the nature of the relief amendments was so fundamental that, in his opinion, the entire motion has to be withdrawn, and then a fresh motion would have to be filed to make up for those mistakes that they sought to correct. But the Attorney General also got up. Godfrey Debodame, said that was also not provided for under the rules of court, the Supreme Court rules. I think that should be CI 16. CI 16. Yes. And so he said that, and also cited a string of other cases that he said backed this case. So there was some back and forth. In fact, if you listen to some of the sound bites that have come up, there was almost 15-20 minutes banter between Thaddeus Sori and the president of the panel, that is Chief Justice Gertrude Tokono. And then eventually the court ruled, say they will give lawyers for Richard Alaskai the opportunity to amend their reliefs. But they will accept the recommendation of Thaddeus Sori. Say he should withdraw the entire motion and then file a fresh one. And then they will give the parties 1 week from when this new motion will be filed to respond, and then the court will reconvene. And then so they dispose of that. And then they call the second case. That is Dr. Amanda Odoi versus Speaker of Parliament and the Attorney General. Again, we also expected say they would have moved the motion for injunction. And in fact, because of the way the cases are similar, if the second case injunction was moved and was denied or granted, it would have had consequences for the earlier one, despite the fact that the court had asked that the motion be withdrawn and filed again. Again, the lawyers for Dr. Amanda Odoi also were not going to move their injunction application. And they raised issue with some words, Thaddeus Sori, actual in their affidavit in opposition. And they said the language was scandalous and it was intemperate.
Okay.
And the Chief Justice, even prior to that, had said, she also had similar situation with some of the words Tadio Sorry I used to. In fact, in some bit, Tadio Sorry, of course, we don't have the full particulars because the court did not itemize them. But the suggestion was that Tadio Sorry was even suggesting that the lawyers were making up stuff. And according to the judges, that is not something lawyers are allowed to do when you are.
But and also one just a point of correction. And you remember, say even CJ Ekine, say about affidavit now. The idea behind affidavit is any lawyers in a tro.
Yes, you have to argue the facts.
That any lawyers on a tro affidavit. The affidavit near it even say either say client now representing the bay, and now say somebody who knows. Well, out of one personal knowledge of the issue, and a swear affidavit. You understand? It is not something to say be a statement of case. I am a lawyer nankasa and argue our true. The idea behind affidavit say it is not the line to be sure. CJ Kine say I know saying an affidavit it is not you
that write it.
That's right. An affidavit
but
as a lawyer.
There was the suggestion say sometimes even though by law and by practice, this is the fact that will be deposed by the applicant. Sometimes the lawyers themselves, right? And Tadio Sorry was referring, say, the affidavit normally starts with, I've been advised by counsel and verily believe same to be so. Almost suggesting, say, when it comes to this, he had given the full blessing, say, that language ought to be used. And so the court and lawyers for Dr. Mandao, they took exception to some of that. The Attorney General was also on his feet and argued, said the language in the affidavit was scandalous. The language was too strong. The Chief Justice agreed. And then in their ruling, obviously, at the latter stage, they said the language was intemperate and inappropriate to be directed at the other parties. And also, they asked him to withdraw that and file a fresh application. So, and the court, those two cases, they did not even go into the substance of the case. They were proceeding having to do with whether you need even the leave of the court to be changing your affidavit, because there are, at some point, the information was that Tadio Sorry had filed an earlier affidavit, had withdrawn that affidavit and filed another one, but without leave of the court. The Attorney General raised that issue. But Tadio Sorry's response was that where the court or where the rules of court warns the party withdrawing that affidavit to seek leave of the court, it states so. So if it doesn't state so, he wants the Attorney General to bring either some case law to back that position. The court did not go into all those matters, but obviously agreed with the two parties. Certain language that had been used by the person who deposed to the facts in the affidavit was intemperate, it was scandalous of the court, and as lawyers they should extend the grace to each other. So, but in between there were a lot of fun moments. I mean, lawyers standing on their feet and judges really raining down on them. In fact, at some point, even making it seem like you are not really on top of your job as a lawyer. Say maybe I say we say we a senior lawyer now. Why we say those suggestions in between that.
So it tells you say Supreme Court in
definitely. And in fact, all the time that you go to the Supreme Court, you are either you have to be fully ready, because they are firing from all cylinders. 5 of them sitting. This one ends, someone is firing from here. Someone is firing from here. So ultimately, when it ended, those 2 cases have now been adjourned indefinitely.
So say all the processes will be filed.
Will now be filed.
No, say another
by way of hearing
and when for the injunction
application, the
substantive matter na yaba and also
definitely.
Wow.
So
That's
ultimately,
interesting.
at Attorney General like Asai, Attorney General say he expects the Chief Justice going forward should allow the live telecast of cases in the court, especially those ones that have such significant public interest, because when people watch these proceedings for themselves, and he says it is on this basis that he made that application to the Chief Justice. He's grateful. In fact, lawyers for Richard Alaska say they don't have any problem with that at all. The Speaker's lawyer, Tadio Sorry, did not speak to the media. He normally does not. But the 2 parties in this case, I mean, say that they are really in support of this. And so every time there is this anti-LGBTQ case, until media houses that are interested can go there, of course.
And
you know,
cover.
the space in there now.
Yes.
That things, and then you can cover.
Wow, that's nice. The more and more share YouTube and Facebook, who say videos ni bi echa ego, and that's the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana, Gertrude Tokonu. And or Kasa Ewosui. Yes, other justices in there, but we're 5-member panel. And very, very, very interesting. I mean, for law students, for more law, there's an avenue for you to learn procedure, especially procedure, very, very important at the Apex Court. I hear, Sir Richard, the last guy lawyer near Pakwesi Abedu. That's what somebody has sent to me. I don't know if that's true, but Pakwesi Abedu any dia nipano ede SND. Minti yeda munyina ase nyame adoma. I believe that was the we are a major issue. We are a major
Opuni is in court over the decision
at the Supreme Court
by the High Court to adopt proceedings by the previous previous judge, and so that will also be dealt with. But because the court really focused on this morning, there was this case of the FDA. FDA decided to ban celebrities from advertising on alcohol. The ruling was expected today, but because of this, the court says they've deferred our ruling, and so they will serve the parties by hearing notice when they can come back to court for the judgment to be rendered. Bahama Yaga also had a case against the setting up of the Amalgamated Trust, that fund. That case has also been adjourned because of the anti-LGBT.
Okay, because I know some celebrities, he pushes our case. Lawyer and lawyer Bobby Banson. He is standing in for celebrity. That's also another very interest. So celebrities, they say PFDA. Untimi enye endorsement and pharma alcoholic beverage beer, and the celebrities things actually baby omunsunya skakakra efie endorsement. Ain't it's a very, very dicey case. Ain't that is where the issues of morality.
Are we saying law alcohol as is that what we're saying? Alcohol no, so ubejidi now by a person, a public figure.
Yes,
advertising alcohol influence internet enyana today.
So the idea is as a country you have to make a choice because yes,
say and otherwise say
celebrities know influence, especially over the youth. Okay, so, and you have a youthful population.
Let's not even go beyond. Let's pick quickly. There are maybe 5 figures: Jackie, Apia, Jokoto, Shatawali, Bim, Francis Stoneboy, and then this guy couple from O2 a medical. So their influence now more on
yes, and following on more on the youth. No, saying the Shatawale afa bibi alcohol, particular brand be no say Charlie we been a DB. I'm in normal me stage and performing. Onya kasa asem ne pe.
Bibi abeko kama mo. Nti o man ne person o take position.
Yes.
On side
yes. Already no him say. Sisi asa even obeye ya jingles aye boy.
E bread bono no.
Say 8 p.m. air corner ultimate alcoholic beverage. And that is being implemented. And you cannot have such a thing being implemented and say for celebrities there o metime endorse and Sambia and I think and until the FDA is stretching the course.
But there's another school of thought and also GDC after 8 p.m. all those endorsements it could be played at that time and also I say it because it's in the
of course
you say almost say almost daily source of income.
Yes.
I then me madwene pe e kwan bi.
No, I get you. Me feel say eno na nam so celebrities na nti omo ho ase and omo choose the right forum. So omo dey go Supreme Court because at the end of the day your fundamental right be a constitution guarantee. But the right to own property. Akwenye da ho ma wonipa sa wo de won sabe ye adwuma no wanya bibi di ahye obotum and we a celebrity
we can be
yes endorsement streams of income as a celebrity endorsement ye major the Supreme Court having been seized with all the arguments ne facts ne bibi would have to make a determination for na me kwin to ma
right yes into the right to bleach this year me right me boy body enhancement me right even though a say bana nko ye e ba ko to on minus no be say me say because the right to bleach Nissan and in a right to interfere more now. No, but me say it's a tisa no money in Azi.
No, it's an interesting question. An interesting question because the public interest angle. Say when there is a health emergency.
Exactly.
Omanhene
so one of the reasons why LGBT
of course the health
yes because financial burden
if some more that category so transmission of HIV/AIDS major your mind is yes it's an interesting way
and I want to know because and then also the checks of the number the kind of professionals are so called almost body enhancement as establishing all over this country April nipa bebre say ade ba mama yete ho ase emra no se de si kire eni akwanya because okoka obi na beka say me na me de me ready anam say me asanfo me podia so ati ase eno no wa opa ne say
ba utimi poria na akofa skin cancer
problem brain
skin cancer ne so ba bed there was an get malaria patient bi to so na was yi ni fro de ekoto bed ne so
education education say come more from the Ministry of Health to tell us about some of these challenges because eneobi mo van chabe e man nyina ko hye ade be ti say ye toni e kala no ma ene mo mo ye o
e na menti o mase say they decide say me porre me ho afi o porre ne ho na sa black spot ne ba na o hye afi o mo sha atare ya atade ezi esi o na ya se o but e nan na apesa ho ye kokora afi wontimi mfa nkyere bi
that's the point
they don't porre ho
and the pain is that sebi ye nua man mo kro mo ze ni sika no o mo kra no na sa e pode o mo duduo na omo ni sika no kra no omo de sebi omo di cry problem for them no omo na esa pore omo so I don't know because
at this color
I don't know why we continue to admit say onye nipa bruni na onye nipa kokwa na sebi won kan nipa
dem na why say oye kokwa na kokwa na ayedai
I don't know because you say no be this generation no bibia e normal about I'm saying I ni kure betutu ni ape adat ayibia shesho na afi no you know we are losing a lot of
and as skin tone in so cry ehu what an obehwe na intin green be na
that's what I'm saying say meaning say some people say ne ukoka bibia raise right and the law it mean person because we have our sisters who are going through hell just because obi introducing to some na be cry FDA for ne na say for kra na engine to kra no omo dia to say dey ko timi say ene dey strangely ni mema nyina kra tie simbi
pore
o du asante mema pore papa
asante mante mo
na me ho na me feel me ka say dey say na mema pore asante mante so be no ye nyina na de sa tura ne eye refi kra ba kra Dominic Clayton ne say him yes no
and as an kun so mo de poro eno nkwan ne di
e cha kasha ano
ni bani cho ho e fa ni say
I'm telling you
now why do you subject yourself to that
this no me person tie to obi afa ho di so ene de mo say ye no madru
inku ma wo hutim fifire sa na odem kroma ha
mema so munya careful mema more
na be ma so say na oporo na ebi mo ma so ye shen you're like
asa mo nchim no mo di afa so ntina me busa say emrem no ebia na ye ni hu kwan say de obi pe no
na say mema kokon so na ase girls
and omonko Igbo say Nigeria for
na say woni baby ade na kwa akodi say obema wo pink lips say wo lips ye pink wo say sexy
to omo now they
ama enne no na say mema ni bi touch oma no
omo de ade hwehwe
oh no man here pass you don't know what time it is
omo de ade
you don't even know what time it is and mema
lipstick omo de afa
no lipstick omo okoye procedure bi o wa no ne ho na bo say wo lip ase de no kokokokokoko na ena say man ni bi so say wano no say man wano ne ye puff kakra e man ne ye fair attracting di ye ko omo wo pan ye wano ne ho na ano no a shape aye kese some style chale say bibia ne o me kondi
e koso
ano no say ano no apart from that amanfo ye omo to ene omo ye friend say omo side say o menya heavy way no say aduru ano to omo wo pan ye wano ne ho na wano na timi ayi shape bi kama na
maybe as Omanhene we've opened up too much. Your gate in somehow closed to. We've opened up too much. So we've really opened up too much. I hope maybe say as I say a Jib Brenner yes, our conversations. You're very careful because you're not careful. And so Edibe brain.
Obi say, ish. The romantic Obi expert.
Because
Charlie, how many be a man for you? We say Obi, good afternoon. Talking about limitations, what decision went into the banning of lawyers from advertising? We want advertise alcohol, but we want to advertise alcohol, but cannot advertise the proper legal counsel. Yes, in the profession of law, say you don't. There's a rule against advertising and touting. It is against the rules.
Well, I can't wait for the outcome of the alcohol, endorsement. It will be very, very.
Yes, in Kubi, so the Poclair.
But most of them made them a carness, Canadian, Claire Tony two runners are and the yeah, be British, so Moody Strassa almost power one. And they've improved it. I want to almost found out to say, we are more fun. I said, yeah, and they are cost master booking for any jail for the Bubu more. We still talk about area infections. I would not have them comfort us. I would so yeah. No, some of them will chrome herself. I would not so yeah. Oh, till when you found Umukra pass or a bomb saying, oh, comfort us. Offer class center now for a name on Amoyisa. And pedicure and manicure joint. So more pedicure. That's one more. At least a decent. I know about. No, you're fresh. No, the I am. But and then.
Yeah, person crude.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm going to not the or the Eurobia for Inanosa, no, the Chichi, no, now, I don't know, but I think they know you are. Ye Jagu was nothing. A baby, I had to say, Obi, I buy cars, I would do. Mrs. Offer FDH, your standard authority.
Yes.
Almost a government vehicles was a dear vehicle. I said, oh. Na say oh no dey police forecast say
na you almost auction na say me dey me do try ma won use why do they keep them there?
Cars no come ministries we go fitting shops we bra aban ahyan wodo a ebi ba in good state ebi wo ho na ebia engine na bibia aye kakra wa betimi ni nyina gugu on ma bi
every year on better for
and I'm asking myself is that how we do how we treat ourselves ofa ba bia wa mamu ma di no ma di agro so dem so a lot of pickups, government pickups, and the power and your engine problem. And I did to have no more.
And local ministries now, as a ministry, be will be a good be. But what I know is some more policy of auctioning some of these cars. But why? Because education ministries are way now. I don't know. A big packy. I say every ministry I've been to, you find say. Pickups says who be who fool running out there. Now, you see, we should pay attention to everything because in this car, but we live like that. I'm telling you, that be mentality. But we live like that, and a very, 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 very dangerous for us as a people and as a country. It's true. It's true. Because there are a lot of junior staffs crown transportation crown once in this country. It been bigger. And you auction these cars. Issues. And the boss say auctioning poor. Rather say about auction a junior staff na here car no. Now big guys now say at home or to the akwa foam. Because here car for a foam. You know, in the pickup no beto the akwa foam. Yeah. Now obi wo ministry or per car be the a community to and from home onya bi.
It's yaka we are say we cry there cars and no say Era Esiama, meaning Metromas, a chief executive. Cars, almost from maybe man. Metromas empty, no. Almost cars they apply maybe. Transportation issue.
Metromas crown and say me who am cars now around.
Transportation is really an issue to and fro, even within Accra. So a bono numpa na ona makweke. Now a Kufo Hotel judge I think I was a judge Obi
Kufo Hotel.
The opposite to more a friend. Nipa
IQ
esum ho na share. It is any public transport system biana. Ebetime save we to this level na.
How we've not been able to use Ayalolo still beats me.
Na Ayalolo a function. Minipa wa Ayalolo ko kan no about test to say.
This is your.
Na Ayalolo the same function. Ayalolo the one
me want to say. Yeah. These same cars. Yeah. were given to the African Games Organizing Committee. And no the African Games no.
The Kobasa.
And the Koba number be we African Games. Ya party cast nesi was a yentimi. Because maybe lanes ni ho. Na lanes ni ho the African Games.
No you should. But lanes
I don't understand though.
But Obi, in any case, lanes or more can come draw attention. Ghana yakwa yin just say ayalulu lanes. Akwa yeguso yin na no. See provide this feeling
when the cars on the road and use them.
And I'm saying that even when the NDC came and then allocated that kind of a quiet way ayalulu.
Eh ya bufa so. Obe kona ya sign.
Kasi they were parking trotro they were parking.
Apaki ayalulu lane.
So it they be am kind
special people.
I'm telling you. We have the solutions, but we are blocking our own solutions. Then we keep turning around to be asking where the solution is. Young cousin here block. That's why people say, so you didn't facilitate any government.
No, those cars should not still be parked. Oh man, wouldn't say, oh my, you be the Ghana Airport Company. And you see what tarmac neswa on cars never be found there. You see, I love cars. Yeah.
Super.
Nice. Interior, no beautiful. Super. Put the cars on the road. This thing say a train and the infrastructure be and my. The cars will be there now say.
Debbie.
I don't understand.
So once you are talking about airport, on Friday, I know say
I don't know who Nipa send the message.
I know send the message. I know send the message. They busy. We are working on it. We are there. The cars parked there, no? Is there? I know this foundation.
Was it? Obi, the buses are working.
Million.
Please give me time and I will come and
you come. You come. You come because then they be a car. They be a car. Now 6 pound crowds. The buses are working. How are they working? Where are they working from? How are they working? How are they working? Where are they working from? Because Chimotano Pano, but I could be before they be a musician. Kobana. And they say, I don't know. Now I don't know 1 bus, 2 buses. So give us the times I works. Because me, my catch on me, me who says I don't function well. I got a lot of government people and school for more bread above 5 or more 2 centimeters be bread, drivers be a bluff for more, a bit before we see no more joma, no more have municipal for more to so peace, no more jobs. We could have solved most of these problems. It's I don't know best is penny edge mouse and 5 penny edge. It's move and
we are talking over 100 and something buses.
No, Mr. No, I don't know Juma. It's a young woman.
Oh, buses, baby.
I don't know.
The bus say the friend him.
I will come buses best. Radioka.
I don't know about who the buses are.
Now
even African Games. So African Games and our buses in the good room. You are seeing them every day.
Do you see same buses?
Where do you see those buses?
Do you see the same buses? Why wouldn't you let the guy talk?
Mon friend, Omra. Why should people be joining queues all over the place?
None of all bread. There are packages and why bet me and it's in simple. Oh,
guy and
a friend. Mammy for when Jamaica Airport as a median. Nanaji my Prempeh the First International Airport.
Kumasi the
Ye Biano on the 10th of May.
Oh, 10th of May, yeah.
I fear
and the 8th. It was
Chinechi. Oh, I be share.
That's airport never.
Oh yes. His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo the Bewo. So na
say Charles about.
Charles say Charles dey be any kaza. Charles we no you be so.
Charles. Charles net say.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon. Na mo say ayalolo no ye adwuma bases no e fa hefa. Me dey me hu bi de. E fa.
Oh, we dey ma me tia with you for.
Okay.
Mama Obi, so Osha ayalolo now. Originally, no, 245 buses and a buy. And a 245 buses, no. Yeah, the 10 Ekoma Takra for STMB. And yeah, the 60 Ekoma KMB Kumasi. And a 175 Ewa a Gapti Accra, yeah, 3 companies are a informal sector, no. GPRTU, Cooperative, Proto, Afire, Nemoya Juma. Now I'm into a breakdown. Out of 175, no. 5 buses are Tamale, a Juma Tamale. 5 buses who only Juma or you has University of Health and Allied Science Juma. 2 buses Doma University of Energy and Natural Resources. There were 12 buses UCC campus a shuttle student no. And Accra corridor see Kaswa to Accra. In Sawem through Amasaman of Anko Pokwasi to Accra. Dodowa through Adenta Madina to Accra. Ashaman to Accra. And Atema through the beach road no. A honey no and then report am the man 75 buses and I Juma across these corridors. There were 8 buses at Juma airport tarmac no so. Apart from 8 buses, many are 4 buses are Juma Epeke airport staff. And I saw school service at Chimota preparatory school for any other preparatory schools are ever. Many can say I am a minister. Then time Honorable Dangote. The thing is so bad, Honorable Obiamo, caretaker minister.
Charles,
Honorable.
Hello, Charles.
Yes.
Answer now, Betwas. I didn't know more bars a fat Chimota preparatory school for Uncle. I didn't hear.
No, sir, also programs are here running. So, your school in a arrangement. Every school will be a little bit near arrangement. But we know a parent that was school or no. It's also more safety among man. And I'm only a classy and I answer say. In Chatwata preparatory school, no, your services are a free above full a free around La Paz area more about Chimota school. Anyway, these buses are dedicated to the school children so they don't mingle with other travelers so that we provide safety for the kids. Because I know Obiba across school down the control bus no Obiba a problem. It's any school special programmer. Yeah, these are school children.
No, that's fine.
Dedicated buses at home. It's a big deal.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Into Twaso.
And you know, I know no cafe. Buses are I say never deploy. 35. Now 35 no crap no. I say na drivers say we are. They say I'm no say yeah preparation. I deploy that because Minister Mami warning say by the middle of this year no. I'm sure be why I no bus back crap party. Now you see obedient about I say I no bus in near Juma no. Buses no running on major corridors. It is something why I no bus if Kaswa back class highway no and I'll be why I don't know what so. If we in Sawem back that highway no ever far back junction near the Adina, but you cover Ebenani. If we don't do what Adenta Madina Lego a taxi, so see I mean no Kasopa Kodra airport anymore. Kasa Sama na motorway so Echo Bani. Obi fire lolo behind inside lolo yeah Juma. I must say I Juma is much better than before. The only thing that you are not seeing is say the buses in the buy no. Yes, a bus in the way Juma dedicated lanes. And you need dedicated lane. And you know in your mind no full center fire alone yet a Juma dedicated lane. So you need dedicated lanes. I also fire parking buses no. Obi, I can tell you so far my reporters in my Shamu Kimbo. You will new terminal do a Kimbo office no. What the but me person who ban you na ya tuma to one yan kasa. Not say the way buses we come, but I say bus be near Juma. Yeah, Juma papa. Omo to kwani ni. Enti your passing the upper be on fall and people up your fire and be a better. I mean we have 1 or 2 challenges, but we have been very determined say be Juma na aye.
Okay.
And the minister so they be out Juma so.
Enti Sisiano Charles. Sisiano nya dia dedicated lanes ani enim no eye Juma. Eni mu use the normal route a cars be anam so ni bi. As we speak no, ayalolo buses within Accra no, efrihin fa kwan find what can from Accra to Kaswa, right?
So Kaswa no, I mean so Kaswa there were 3 locations I load do Kaswa. Yo baby from Kaswa Obom. When your main terminal no. And you Kaswa of Akko. A horse you load fi Kaswa of Akko the back. And you Kaswa Domiabra. A horse you load the back and say Kaswa main. So those are the main services I have Kaswa on the back.
Okay. And at the Akane kwa hinfa.
And at the Akane from Insawan through Amasaman, through Ofanko, through Abeka Junction, Ebakra.
Okay.
And at the next corridor, no see from Dodowa through Adenta Barrier, through Madina Zongo Junction, through Legon, through Shiasi to Accra.
Ebi fa Shiasi ho nyina.
Shiasi, I said you want Asama. If Asama buses no crowd there, a packet of Asama assembly. It will be a person who said about the Edgeman, and you know, Kodina Asama assembly. A buses in our packet.
Okay.
And also Asama Yako Bani. I'm sorry, Asama come to one through the beach road. Near Befa Mungwa, Abateshi, Abafa La Palme Nimho, and you know, so they are fat a Osuho at the Abaka.
And I'm more rate, more first, you know, after saying, more call by the normal GPR2 for the Omujinibiana.
Obi, at any point in time, Ayalolo buses pay 5 to 10% less in all transport fares at any point in time. Ayalolo prices not pay 5 to 10% depending on the corridors we are working.
In the end, Mifia Kra Kwakaswa, Ayalolo Metria saying.
What say, Mami, so, and I am a committee, Bina, a Mibisa. Asama, an example. What say gradually, transfer increase on Fekaka.
Yes.
Opa Tama Station, Equa Shaman, 18 Ghana cities. 18 Ghana cities. And let me tell me, and I realize it's a fire that's what I didn't 9 Ghana cities. 18 no glass also, I know, say, I am from Accra to Asama, and yet I did half. 18, I did line. I said, I'm so, yeah, do home. And then no power for reporters, the terminal, Kim Buses here. Nakoto ticket, so fire Loma Shaman, not the ticket price. Only a Nakota station, Nakoji a Shaman price. Now they compare as well as okay. Okay,
very well. Yes, Oman.
No one a casa church because unim. They be a damning dim como. Yanya fair to him.
Yes.
The worker can just say Ebiomoya, but the worker is here. Ebema pressure, Abeto, or no one casasso. It is your cousin who passes now. How can you mimic Quashama? Number option of 9 Ghana cedis. Or their cost require be at 12 Ghana cedis or 13 Ghana cedis.
But that's very cheap.
I don't think now person catch him say people will not go and patronize Ayalolo dance and you'll be calling 18. Made them feel say we didn't decide come way back and forth for number of years. They need to improve the game. And it's not a matter of Omuni baby or for specialized route and look what the weather will yours is to cure a certain deficiency we have in our transportation business. Timeseno.
But Charles, like I said, more fair, no, dear.
Far better.
And then go for Mohono Munya Bass.
Babusa will be on cross. But for some of these opportunities, what was that chance? Ayalolo for on their own. Abba Crasset could see someone running this kind of a what was I big? And then enough for you. What was our put in a request to Crasset? Challenge a yard down, among from how convenient we are in all those things. What was I? What was that chance? I bet catch why announcement say Sukua who doing now Mujuni safety and yeah, won't. So if you allow speculations and all those things to take lead, not only any relationship, this information we are putting out, even though you're entirely correct, it will be out there. It will be self-test. Almost on monthly basis.
Yes.
And yes, you're from hey, come now. I want to say, hey, they say the so some of this information, once proximity to us, push it to us.
Sure.
Because upon on and I say, and I do the Sumbe 8. If you see government workers and Ghanaians struggling to get a means of transport to go to wherever they are. Now, Ayalolo, you bet me Prama Abe Bebre system. Now, very competitive. Ama yenyano more pro to any G prior to concern here for Nano almost was set up because 18 and 9 your worst is 15 or 13. Why can't I do business?
Of course, that's true. Yeah, Charles.
Wait 1 minute, the minister, honorable Martin J. Kosa. Me no cafe. Then ye na ye nominate ne ba ya me question na ye di nkomo. Asama minister kan is okay. And then na ye to me am buses no priority. Said the bear nkofo betumi apake omo private cars. Na omo tumi afo ayalolo no. One of the concepts any minister say, a concept the friend contract flow. Mami to contract flow no. Edwa no power Accra traffic no directional. Obi aba city center no. Etu concept the other lane no free. Edwa ni men so obi akofie. Etu the other lane no free. Me no ka say minister Trakoma Department of Urban Roads. Trakoma Police MTTD. Me no ka say Department of Urban Roads the representative Madam Patoni. Police MTTD a friend Dr. Sesu Mensa. And then mention many team I plan how you be deploy contract flow within the peak hours of mornings and evenings. So the bay said you want new terminal be or Adenta and my hot a new terminal be big space. You can come and park your private vehicle ride on Ayalolo. Ayalolo will use a contract with safety measures. Na bus na to me bypass traffic no. Na kodu a chromontem. Say you deploy communities on Kwampa. That is a huge intervention that about to me reduce traffic. Me no pass a committee to why you will do matter here. Also me couple minister man, you said the minister ne cabinet bekasa. Now they are piloting contract flow. Just one corridor keke. Now you will see the intervention. Who progress are there? Now this is sometimes wrong. Obi. Who said that they be amelo kasa? Buy a opportunity to me to say, do them have a time. Let me mass studio. Let me show exactly what we are doing with picture evidence. And I said, Brad, I'm not on to for any better. We ain't come up. And you believe what I'm telling you.
Oh no, I believe everything you've said. Judy said when anya yafno yare enti amount for efa basis nibi and they can confirm their work. I don't think say obera ba can sema anyhow. What we wish and everybody knows said despite this intervention from Ayalolo no still public transport in this country, especially in this city, a major problem. I mean, we need 4 or 5 Ayalolo buses on every route in this country because eneno semeba kimbu na se ebia bus ni free ekwa Kaswa. How frequent is the bus on that Kaswa stretch? No, sebia se mebe jina Kimbua every 15 minutes. Would there be a bus from Kimbu going to Kaswa? And answer at saying, and I think that will call for more buses. And say Juma, we hope some Benya buses ni be account. Na yetimia drew level at least. Minim say me ko Kimbu at 3:30. Me wa bus. Say me see 3:30 bus. Minim say 3:45 another bus beba. Na de me ko Kaswa. And I believe we will get there. In kakra bibia be fine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, but remember studio, na ya plans no. Many minister kasa we na minister mama approval for the new plan I dey bana. Me no remember studio na it's safe for betray. Why?
Charles, that's a power. Why?
Me so that's a power really.
Sure. Charles and an operations manager and as a head of operations Ayalolo. I think so far from what he said that they are doing some kind of a good job.
More room for improvement.
Of course, obviously. Was Accra atre. Who's a nano na ye nam a yiho? Na na mayo make us say, hey, in the hanging Accra, you get to a place in Accra and you are like, wow, Accra is huge. And we should get to that level.
And we didn't even know, say. Schools no bet me apply. And it's so assuring. So because you are sure, apart from a sign, or Bano Conquandia, or you're sure so the other schools are
and at least schools take advantage. And that one buses here, schools he be using the hey. Bus is CBS.
I said when I was at Kofabe.
I said, I know why you did home come back. Pictures and for this Sunday, man.
And it's still ongoing. You say you solve a problem, no.
School bus.
That's why I make us say, Obian play role. Nananom assemblyman for opinion leaders. More Mokebia a womb, baby, our shepherd, school bus, you are won't pray as Kurunka say, wait there. Yeah, man, in fire.
Yeah, man, in fire. Yeah. But I primary. Yes. And no more acquire Lolo say a per bus now for your market. In the private schools, they should take advantage.
And the community should be part of it. We should be part of because schools no do na share on Muchino. So ana feel so ade ba ko nyene say wo hwe nkwada pa ye de o maka fe so se brodo anasade a na fifiri titom na bi contem na bi church na bi bre na bi no he fa ne akodi and yes a try ma no omo fo ba sensa no community media omo nti ofa anwa mo no opa no roba mu a o twere say mi no wa mia ne se tofi na epufiri e ba obi na die ni suku na ye kwa akosua tete papa no eno no o double close am say ofa pa no roba na tibia roba no o lodu anwa mo aguma na say o lodu ice cream beer na so we say you command de na if you acting no
no site
bus nim na bus nim ko ni baba for na eje mu ni bi it o me say fee no post no there's a fee you just look at heat na o ni o mu si mi as and said
school bus I was say very decent. Akula bi anya seat ba akotena so no. Ye de anya ne.
Enu ntina obi.
Proprietors li bi mfa wala na.
Enu ntina school fo no dodo na no. Na o kana wo no call public school garden. Ntina school fo no oba ko teach schools a ene Galaxy ne Professor Adai de no. Ene Akosomo ne Kama SOS. Etire omo shoot one omo shoot. Ura sa schools no. Ura ba bi omo ye omo yi. Ne ba bi omo siesie omo. Na ura ba bi ankura ne da. Obusa say na ban kura no. Edia no nti ese yan de yan yire ho amfa ya mana ko Roman regime na sefo na ukọ Galaxy am ko dware free oba yeah ukọ Lincoln na e wa tira abele mpe o be fa na mo mrikase ukọ unu da o chief to
ho de nya
so o chase eti adena yensu entimi mwa because almost all public schools in an obi the assembly grounds in futuro say
futuro
bibi e dia bia no ye mana ye real I don't know why we
aban na contract say yensi school
I don't know
focus ni nyina na edan no ye nya pagya dan ni si owie penti asa school campus no say ye be hwe asiesie campus de ende no nka ho ye si dan na wie ye si dan ni wie a ya penti
we so sa school dan kwa wie me ti we school dan ni bi mpa paint and nyame kwa na ye manadumo say in the midst of all this and we are accepting that that is what the black man or the Ghanaian should go through as we are tough what for gem
no man until recently public school adan ani esi no na hu windows no say windows o mo de blog bi a ya twetwe mu ntokuro ene na o mo de windows no ura classroom e hose no light granny ho
me say no ma be break cause or even so called that class schools and blackboard na for man for the year about tro now there when open meza
say like paper board
yeah paper the battery so battery so they fire bu nyina school uniform no fire bu nyina me say mo we should dignify our kids lift them to the next level they are the next generation
and me say mo private schools no say wo so say we better private school you focus on buying schools so yeah private schools be adan omo de nkola ni gum na nyewo
omo dan no
Jesus Christ oman ohu school be person wey private school na dan bi pa nkola ni gum private school na school fees omo san je be ode be you focus na kwa buying schools ne so ama private schools be fa ho eye nneoma bi ensem fata schools be adan omo de nkola gum emotion man na we outside na be good bats ma piling kola na gumusa private school no ho so ya this whole idea say school dey yente moka e dey onya art school na man for papa school fees na ya no moka enti na ye bibi everything goes na be private schools and minimum be a o say na make wa say you hefra na check
health
in the end won't mean your hospital e operate abra hefra for my approval school dey why na especially for the private schools. But a dining be a private schools or Chrome Hano. If we had such a body, they will not qualify to run our schools.
I don't know, but
they will not.
Kind of for your
and also they didn't collect with the most vulnerable of our people near the
heat.
And
again,
why do we do this?
Draw so both public and draw Martins. There will be that's a son could be a good dormitories in one man. Emufian could be a baby 20 to go and dime back home. E be the for me be a chin and sansa e be no what would do back to school no e ho no one year careful
where SS and answer primary schools
SS asem na making would do back to school no one year careful ho no okofa ade bi so bi asade abrofi yes obi yes ye ni adaje kwa say ye be amanyo sema hu ni mfa so addition apomudin be ni pedi ntibeto aduane e be di we need to move at a faster pace but yama knee-jerk political reactions any solutions I be taking the front role in whatever we do or say Timisre me ba be di electoral commission adanko but Mama draw Ghana for attention be say.
I'm for information with Charles Sanan apparently so a managing director.
Okay.
They say Anyame Adom. Managing director for
relations.
Charles, congratulations.
Yeah. Mama for was which be. Maka me so 2 for Jumedi Awudi. But for the document to be am name say nyoma why no certain national interventions, national projects, national infrastructure, certain nyoma bia, but for his intervention, maybe Ghana cranking maybe a age. Iti ye money mo na ye man more piafo no. Na yes I can say very selfless or dreaming name my own or dream addition. Because he can't do no any education fund more as say infrastructure as say you be Ghana your for so. And so you're part of a team and not to be I am a Kitahun communal. He's a part of it. Or no to move. So he's a part of it. Intermediate said there were no crowd in the team at my arrival at Nana Ajimai, Prempe the first.
So Fanto Airport,
International Airport.
That's fantastic.
Nana Ajimai Prempe the first International Airport. I would do animation the 25th anniversary, 74 years as a person, 25 years on the biggest tour. AD ably supported by our president, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the sector minister, Honorable Kwaku Ofori-Esiama, and then Mrs. Yvonne Nana Efri Opare, Managing Director, Ghana Airports Company Limited.
Oh, okay.
So I'm sure, say, we need to bring everybody on board this national project. I really want to see the National Democratic Party fully represented, both in Parliament and at their party headquarters. Because
if they are invited,
of course, but if why can't they? Why wouldn't they be invited? Why? Because clearly said, and then that was a because
when the Papa Mua and the negative backward partisan politics here because some part of the project started under
but that's what
Mahama.
That's what I say.
We should have seen all of them there.
Say
clearly
will not see to say
everybody should be there.
Sure. Ampa Obiabi and Munyamma do we name of Shas also Munyam the Engineer Shia the Onyamedi Ghana Bedu and the Kumasi Semi America make chat to
from Dallas to Kumasi
free man
airport.
I had my Prempe airport. It's any Munyam Shano Yen Pia Manu Semontunche. Now again, all the sector ministers no Basabia ABC a current sector minister we Ofori-Esiama. No mammy and son on the Mede Judge Buankra, be ready Buankra. Be shene, sir, coastal belts, no sir, no man on Casa, obviously, the Elimina dinner. And then this
fishing harbors.
And so I think that so Obia Grena Quenya no Opia. The ministry in terms of projects in getting the code anima. Ghana be calling Bibia Kama. Timisre, Asante Mai and Munyama Ba. And it started with an administration called
the current terminal now you use to from us. So I don't know man you be but as long as you see hono at airport no
definitely omu wie bibia wie na tutom wie
either
there be omu create an office bi o say e be omu team the modern building bi omu team the office bi
omu piantungo baby
airtime
at airport because the airport like a new one the terminal na efe pa efe papa yem say old way dia me ba cross yem piantungo baby na e ntenya kama
comfortable you know. Again, ma Gajis Yama a Dilo. Happy birthday, Dilo or Canada.
And birthday for an
Anna in your Kweku
or being edgy.
And I mean, him say, a Koko BG or Bosuta.
Hey, on the suit, on the shows of suit back 100. Hey, Kweku or BG suit, dressing in Kwan.
Because I never expected I knew or sabotaging old pictures maybe ever be celebrating, but surprisingly,
the boss, the boss or a minister
at 40. And happy.
No, see what I could call BNJ version, and the minister communication.
Anna Bella brutal. Bella someone say, or the Adriani and so I can act in the home.
Bela Samoa.
I say they were presenting by Dominic. And I never want me to try. Oh, go with and my is like hey.
Then Ashtown check
no. And you know, say act you know. Okwa
say one be other streams of income on bit natural. Now the producer now you imagine say any movie be wa just say obeda.
Why are they because
I think
why are they because our wine shop and our car battery car parts shop.
Hey. And the bill is tough.
Oh no!
I said that you could be in a barbering salon. The university in China.
University in China. Why are they?
Oh, and the bill is tough.
And then I was saying, Papa,
but I saw a president of Actors Guild, no.
I'm so.
And I'm not to.
Oh, untimin to know. So on your najun so busy untimin to know.
Bela Samoa.
No, you can't. Nadia na odi go to know. Oh yeah, you Nadia na go to know. In some can adores. Yes, adores. But
no, but he's done well for himself. I think. Or yeah, role model. A lot of these actors. So at least you have to open other streams of income because producers better decide either say you would also go into movie production. Said Lil Wayne, even apart from the school. No, he's now also producing movies.
About the
country called Ghana.
The country called Ghana.
I don't think.
No, I just love because the country called Ghana. It's from you.
Yeah.
This country called Ghana.
Yeah. But I think it will be a beautiful movie.
Yeah, this country called Ghana.
We
that guy,
can't wait.
Meaning the content of Adio Deba, but even the choice of
title,
a country, the country called Ghana, it's so beautiful.
Ghana.
Yeah, not Ghana for some women patronize it. They say Ghana near Debbie baby or baby for Jim. That's why because your boy is ready. I said more word, cry more words. 5 squad we a Chem don't go sheriff black sheriff. The senior man, senior Musamini. So what I say, near Sarkodie, near her Stone Boy, near her Shatawali, and they medical swab so a man also. Or the opposite if you cry.
Medical, okay, well, I deal with the concept, but sir, you also working promise.
Yeah, you make us say,
I will coffee canata.
Make me weird. That's all represent a Kwoni. Kiddy, and they Kwame, and a huge Kwame. Now, man, Kwana come bomb. You're a man equally good.
Ain't not tampon, but you're a friend, Anna, if you're to Mamma or get it for a board, and a banner, if you're nocturnal, if you're nocturnal, if you're nocturnal, if you're nocturnal,
let's push and push Obi. The economic for Quenya, which you crowd the Membo Akwesiaji is the name Akwesiaji, Ghana Tourist Authority.
Yeah,
Akwesiaji.
That guy has worked.
I think Ghana should appreciate him.
He is one of the NADO's best appointees.
Yeah, I think Ghana should.
He's worked.
I think Ghana should appreciate him. Akwesiaji. Yes. Oh, he's all over pushing that agenda. And I think it will be fair to say Ghana. Debbie America Akwesiaji. I say, "Remember, Kai Gepa Mameno." Also, did the birthday chair. A Fua Sabia. Also, she needs to be celebrated because Sagepa Hono Sheno said also pushing the flag of Ghana.
The tourism ministry as a ministry. I think they deserve. Okay,
say Nipa Mesa government.
Mesa Nyanko, you take you over.
Papa no.
Papa no that's all. Okay, maybe Messi a president representative. Sure. So I'm penny it.
No me busaka say let me government representative appointments.
I know when you abotre. Or we government representative you men na obetimi aye.
E ba na me say etimi yes say your caretaker for but government representative for.
See with government reps no there
caretakers call.
That be caretaker be ho. Say you should have a minister.
Okay.
Well, it's government and say parliament a minister of tourism say omra parliament. Government rep no ntimi ko parliament. In your caretaker minister will have to go to parliament. That's the thing. Mark and Mark is I think we've not given him his due.
But so
the expectation on him was massive.
Very high.
Into amount for judge based on high expectation. But I think in his own small way, well, you cannot talk about the success of that ministry and take him out. How would that work? No, but how would that work? Say, because a tourism ministry, but deputy minister, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Mark, dear baby, or the chief for one American. Oh no, Mark, the Mark, oh, him there.
Primaries.
But what is about the creative art? Marco Kreku, you can't take him out of it. The Jomu Shepu, and I say best answer music on page
music at your Nkoyi.
Bessa
Nkoyi. Now music or boy music are present any music or move on the knee. Now baby or boy the music I could be na who
Although you bilimbi.
Oh mas enkoyi. Now that Ben I would see music and in any proper national conversation.
Bilimbi. Although you we.
And why about annual?
Bilimbi. Bessa Bilimbi. On the president although you we.
Truck mas enkoyi.
I did them say,
oh, I'm queer.
I'm bully the man and come with me. Some bullies will pray for years.
Random so. Mother, I think music has best precedent in the last 20-30 years. I bought. After Diana Hobson City Kuwari, their terms were not bad. But Obo they are then another level. Obo did very well. After Obo and who said Ghana on your problem I couldn't know. Oman, okay, so Obo your president. Oh, criticism to Nya.
Yeah.
And Obo
was I say what could you see? And
senior musicians never that I will not senior high life music nobody won't Masa Obo free we Troka.
Young wish in your George Emia. Ne father
Yafo. Charlie.
In your George.
And run am say and am say oh ja.
Baby I will be in your George Emia.
By any paya obre UK new me. Mark. And then on 40 years old.
Oh, Mark. Oh. And
then
we are surprised Mark. You know we need to set you in bow. Hey. Obi went the job for almost 8 years. And then I was in the ref in
so no your pay say a better idea when you say omre and your money and
okay, Mark, what you
finding birthday. Don't your omre and your money and turn. I don't know. But he's 40 years today. Chalabon for 40 this year. Mark. Happy 40th birthday.
So you should come with wisdom, knowledge, and God's favor and blessings. He's a gentle guy.
Inti one kweku obi aje celebrate on birthday and umunyina the 40 years and we say happy birthday to Dr. Mrs. Joycelyn Akosua Asimen Dame. I go for Dame here na.
Why doctor?
We say Dr. Mrs. Joycelyn Akosua Asimen Dame.
I think so. They call Dame wife your doctor.
Or a pediatrician e Kolebu Teaching Hospital.
I don't know, but Dame is DAME no.
DAME.
Oh, of course.
Kofi go me who say
I think so.
AG area. Or say this is from the family and friends and Kofi go. We say we love you so much. And to say AG area, and I just say, oh okay. Or say AG.
Yeah. Doctor.
Go for your boy Dame.
Doctor.
Dr. Mrs. Joycelyn Akosua Asimen.
No.
Dame.
So who need that? Or no.
Who need that?
You just say who need that? Me just say who say.
Now the last time you heard Omudi Omo 10th anniversary of marriage, no
gospel praise,
LCI, Legon denominational interdenominational church, LIC rather.
Bro for the Bibiano. Say much more Bruno Mufaz. I don't know.
Okay,
that I don't know.
We say Obi happy birthday to Rosemary Yasewa Bonsu. Forest Gate, London. I pray that you may enjoy good health and that all may go well with you. Brian and Mandy Boabin and the kids and the way Ain't Rosemary Yasewa Bonsu, Forest Gate in London. Happy birthday to you. Where's Obi? Tell Omanhene today I want to be kind to my brother Kweku Obiaje. Hopefully tomorrow an amazing photograph from the Joy newsroom back in the day will drop. That said, Kweku is an amazing guy and really happy to call him a friend. Proper human being. Ani Osabote.
Ani you did it. Ani say of follow under filling station mu bibi obi say do mu bibi filling station bebre dodo e wo me many show as a baby safety measures minim obi wo potem dine minim there baby wa earmark for residential facility no na sa no man springer. I don't know whether it is right or wrong, but as you careful kakra so at as I don't know the lessons that have been learned from the atomic disaster so at as in regulating how these filling stations and gas stations how they operate. But you see there offer Newtown kwana bear 4 fresh ones.
When you gas, they are now say fuel station.
So abeshishe. Okay. Sa miamia wina. Enti me srempe for In as much as we are looking for job opportunities and creating jobs, so you're careful.
Yeah, careful.
So what I said, we are now. And I have safety in Juma, and no crime issue. No safety measures. Some of these things you buy any go so. A driver for still, and that's which phone so. Attendance to me nyako don't can't do mu engine no you phone you free was so. Aji you ne be esi.
And I don't me tie mu go attendant bi so.
Yes.
Well, unim say me rough fuel station bi I make sure say me park it. Na me doom engine.
Exactly.
Onya wura ho na no start ball tank ni bi. But I'm say na nyam na match say me no me engine na bi.
No one kwant me come so bi and most of them kwano omo kura for me catch say my experience at Radio Go Junction and Zongo Junction. Total fleet those times. I didn't care so me crucia me can petrol no ko diesel. Oh yeah. Me kokumase. You ready? The only thing that saved me was that the driver then no who say we book wrong ain't almost omo yishe na e pia call distance be e ka krebi one almost a dreaming. Look at the way kind of for see page but when we get the job your attitude towards the job and your papa that bronsam na bibia o yanka say ye ho abonsam for sabi ye be call prayer camps out do 40 days watch night e prophet na say poku ye 10 days we be ni nyina biasi ye be wiachi no yesu ni ye ban ni nyina no ye same it is not changing. Attitude. That's the problem.
Attitude.
That's the problem. It me the message.
Omano be the concern about, or say Obi, I am with the University of Environment and Sustainable Development. There was so many. A new public university, partly commissioned in 2020, has just, or say more, just one vehicle, which is a pickup, a 70-bed capacity hostel. Or say in 3 years, the university has admitted 1,000 students. Just because it was started by the NDC, the government has failed to complete Get Fund projects. And all these projects have stalled from 2020 till now. Politics has derailed our country, pa. And I say, please don't mention my name because I'm a senior member of staff at the university. It is number one of his issues, no? University was just one pickup, one vehicle. Omo hostel the capacity of a 70 bed. In so much for students bear 1,000 since 2020. Where I disagree with him and say, or say because the university was started by the NDC. Get Fund project.
Identify a challenge that the tertiary institution needs. Yes. And as a move go through. By the same measurement, all government projects that were initiated by the previous administration have they been abandoned? How a walk a year from Montema. Sure. So cool power wohonom no. Any pam pim wono a shania bako. Where you say, then quickly. Yeah. Get from the idea see a wow for government infrastructure for the next 35 or whatever years. It is a bit mawa. Leadership continues to be a problem. Sure. It is so. Are you saying there's no development in the Volta region? No, we put so many. Are you saying that there's no development there? There's development there. Yeah. Where your very important reasons are, Ujiri says, a bank the agency or ministry responsible for this on Tia, where your baby or do grievance alpha and genuine grievance. Now the I guess a kid be fitana the Tuntumaku. I mean, the danger in this, they say, or a senior member of staff in the imagine mindset say and this in a starting university in the abandoned Get Fund project on ye. It was original lecture room, but that's what I'm saying. Inadvertently, there's a university around a year baby. Yes, there's an issue coming up. Lectures need binomo in church or more church. I don't take my children to the university for them to be lectured in partisan politics at the university. Yes, virtually directing them how to vote, who to vote for, and all those. A part of the lectures, no one. It's your man. People think that when we vote Baumia or when we vote John Mahama, so you should have an independent mind. Say there are a lot of proposals. These very, very good, great men. At the end, my gun and knows what and I talked about it the other time. We're falling short of the glory of God. Yeah. But in the midst of falling short, there are people whose weakness are still somebody's strong point. Sure. And this country from 1992, 2024, the pace I did develop me pays a rinya nyoma bi ene e pays ye bie na to market a share project e fa e ko no yen kasa afi de eye yen pick nyoma pa e ma o man tumi tumpo nko nanim e bi ni aka yelelo se bar system no e flow for baby obi a woto e bi ni so obi di tertiary institution ba say enipa do no e call but o mo share ni other facilities no enye papa e bi ni say ye kasa ye schools e bi ni say ye kasa ye pa kwan people who will not just be talking but people will be action oriented and the results beba mama endru sa Ghana no because your friend to papa na gu ya ye peja to your beti sunya kanfu ase no it's taking us almost 67 years. Are we not worried? Are we not worried? Every 4 years or 8 years or 12 years or whatever years is it, all politically exposed contractors and businessmen aban we sisa omo fan show mu team say nyame amem na aban oba no so onye correct say onu do no bedwene Ghana ho a na chitafo no kraba ka so mo ntiase a very lawless country. Tell us maybe just quick reminders be now. George Mbia once again yen wish no.
Yeah. Emani yakọ kese pa.
Uncle George pacho mi hu didi na. Honorable Kojo Ban so so chia.
Oh, okay.
O se me say yen dey bi wa na emu awrem kakra. Ana Ira Mike Bones so say or prescribe adebia ma ya lolo for no say omonko eya Abidjan Mars bus system no. Omonko
hwe ha
omo si operate.
I think Ivory Coast he make strides so. Also share amount for free or buy feedback on the buy. That's the country is doing well.
Yeah, and Agbesi Homeno to say, but have you heard the president tell people he deliberately ignored them because they don't vote for him?
Yeah, but I said those people were not. Sometimes, so many universities.
Sometimes we need to call a spade a spade. The comment from the staff of that university is valid. We will not encourage some of these things. I really need to change your mindset.
And the panels will make here a specific way. Say get fund. Get fund project.
If not, a caution to all of us, I below 18 years. Our political party be an our parent. Ebe catch say, "Okwaka say, what the 18 years
in the current
if it's our Dutch and our tune JJ, and that year, obviously the Tromako, Nachina, Ubun say, Asem Kessia.
What the 55? Abasa, what the 60?
Yes, for retirement. A whole number for any political party, we try, no beer, any horse of you. Near Ashtown check, Chief Executive Bill someone, or more easily go. And he and
but what to say, and you make or break my crowd to folk. So Mulus win a match now. Now, so my very close to relegation. Oh, yeah, bomb pious,
no,
said Emrem.
Delio, minimum paralyzed.
Oh,
one of them buys the money. Hey, now, me what dream a cry. So, bomb pious say, Faka name, Minister of Transport, Siamani, the Dr. Sebo. So, bomb pious say, Omuni Emaham. Hey, Obi,
in the heart and correlation.
Me too, I'm not crazy, my two says room.
Omunkotom,
bien Katom, so cry. Among the SS. Hey, no, because I just said, I say, I support the move park is a cry. Empire Nipebo has. The only challenge I took to talk with them this year.
Baba is and the Omone Brecum Arsenal. Yes, and Brecum Chelsea. Oh, and Ebo. Has he lead 1-0?
Oh, and carry.
Has he lead 1-0?
Nasa has a do the other say, Bobby Team.
But say hard score relegation and leg in.
Oh, no person any can do. Anna, say, yeah, you call MPP and this if you are, Obi Alachamanti and I said that, Obi the Yellow Crack. Ah, my house and Kobe.
Obi for Frobber.
Oh, my house is Sumo Kobe. I don't mind the book, was it? The impression 2-4 boss say, or 2-4 house and Kotoko.
After and the next match, I'm going to Kotoko Kumasio. Internet the match near because you don't buy a best home. It has a relegation to them say. How spam must rise.
Baba Jabaz not here.
Because he says the higher Sempa 94.7 where will be our inspectors are doing amazing work and this feedback from a man will help. Would I let the team? Thanks plenty, Ani Yadase, and thank you so much for the feedback. We say Obi, thank you, please. Okay, I hear you, my brother. Into your we say Obi, okay, into Jibril Agbesi Hamenu. New York now the way by that. So we say Obi, was the NDC in power in 2020 per the text which claimed the university was started in 2020? So how can he or she say it was started by the NDC? Yes, but we know so many at university, the NDC began and the NPP came to complete. I think President Ekoko Commission he almost started admitting student was what the person was referring to, say no 2020, but it had begun before the NPP came to power. I think that's what he means. Where's Obi? The gentleman said that they would like people to park their cars and join their Yalolo buses. So if so, then I would urge them to go and study the Abidjan mass bus system and operations. In Abidjan, the bus company has 2 different buses on the roads going to the same destinations. One is tagged La Bagage, which is strictly for the market women and their staff, as well as people with such baggage. The other one, an air-conditioned bus for civil servants, students, and people who have parked their cars. There is no need for them to go to Europe and America to understudy the mass transportation. Côte d'Ivoire is just around the corner. Thank you. That's from Mark Bones. I think it's a beautiful thing the Ivorians are doing. And I will see in your lessons, kakra, 83 on ho. Enche, yebedi Exodus Moringa. And dandelion capsules on income on ansana no ye ko Paris this year for the Olympic Games 2024. Paris, the capital of France, and a hosty Olympic Games this year. Now Ghana hano travel and tour company omodi ye ko Africa Origin Travel and Sport Tourism omone de Ghana ni bia ko Paris. The year can say my part payment, which is $700 na yemfen secure o travel arrangement ni bibia amount, and so my $700, which is the part payment na ye amount a special package no visa application center support eka ho, visa fee, accommodation, travel insurance, bed and breakfast, transportation in and out of the airport, 3 event tickets, 1 tour and a 2 for sporting events. Your return flight ticket booking and the amount of peace of mind ultimately. So people secure a package and a visa na me pacho make your payment of $700 no by the close of day on the 15th of May. And 8th May, you have just about 7 more days to go to make your payment and secure package. Na kai say Olympic Games no baso from July 26th to August 11. Near we are Paralympic Games nso atwa so Paris 28th August to 8th September. Registration no be when our packages no are all sold out. Freyin CCR 0544 347 001 0544 347 001 and a 0544 347 002 na one enkasa. Me pacha so we car owner we driver na wutie me coolant a wodigu engine mu no ehia memfa nsuo enye coolant compare Seahorse 50-50 engine coolant ni bi papa bi odi bi gu car mu a utimu se wo engine e ho ban from overheating ema wo engine enwe na ache wo radiator tank nso e ho ban kama ema wo engine no eche ema wo reduce wo fuel consumption ema wo very smooth driving condition when you na Seahorse 50-50 engine oil, engine coolant, yemaw. Yawo 3367 coolant, and yawo 1019 so. Ni nyina ebo adwuma papa. Mesre wani die mu ase wo engine oil nso sa obetobia Seahorse engine oil. Yawo a range of high quality engine oils on the market. Ibo modern so obepebi etumi atwen kai se Seahorse no. Ye oils we nyina no factory aye na ewo Ghana how. Ewo Ghana hey ya na me ka kire mo say me am call factory when say when ensa o ka kire massive investment, you know. Any free on CC na lubricant shop bia nso obenya ye coolant ni bi and ye engine oil ni bi ato free 0244 577 559 0244 577 559 and a 0540 424 386 edino bio a Seahorse ye 50-50 coolant e bow engine ho ban kama na bibia etimi yakoyi. And talking about fuels no, and I want say fuel a wode begu car mu a ebe ma car na bo adwuma che e Shell. And there is this simple truth about love. Love will drive you to give off your very best, no matter where you find yourself. In the same way, Shell fuels will drive your car to peak performance. And that's why every car loves Shell. Enti unya Shell fuel egu kamua esewani ensa okache. Shell over 100 years of innovation, and that means that you will not just be buying any fuel, but the most advanced fuels which would save you money in the long run. And the reason is simple. Shell fuels with Dynaflex technology are Shell's most advanced fuels designed to prevent deposit buildup in your car and keep your engine clean and protected. They are also designed to help save fuel. Now amount extra kilometers from each tank fill so you can do more in your day. So better fuel and quadia, please drive into any Shell station, fuel up your car with Shell fuels designed for engine efficiency and performance, and give your car the love it needs for better journeys. In the aka Shell I know so go well. Shell omo boy juma brutal. And milk Ghana for nyina agye atom cocoa milk. Cocoa milk, a 100% plant-based milk. In it, maybe I know you're vegetarian. Nye milk biya na onom. O milk a cocoa milk. Dairy-free. Lactose-free. Soya-free. Sugar-free. GMO-free. And cholesterol-free. Do you a vegetarian and quadia or milk ni? Men no milk biya. With this milk, you are guaranteed plant fat, plant fiber, and a plant protein. Cocoa milk is made from 4 essential plants: rapeseed, fava beans, coconut milk, and an apple. And it's very good for your health. Cocoa milk and so 14 key vitamins and minerals. Ebine zinc, iron, calcium, potassium, magnesium, and a vitamins C and E, and many, many more. And a boosted immune system. Na your variant ahodoɔ no ebenum into cocoa unsweetened, cocoa original, cocoa barista, cocoa super, and the air for frokra and quality of any cocoa kits. Cocoa kit very, very nutritious. Edema and kola. Open milk ibia to akai. Say FDA agiatum, the Virgin Society of the UK in Swagiatum. NS Chemist Shop biya biato. Oko Little George El Community 2 Tema. Poku trading where Doom Komase, Adom Square, any in Sawem prison din she anymore. Melcom Shop Bia, Cocoa Milk, Ewoho, and all leading supermarkets in our country, Ubenya Biato. Open to our friend number way 0274 440 180. Na one won any enkomo. Car battery so na open to a debia yebo power jet batteries who de ru etremo. Power jet batteries. The Roxan's Ventures near the Ghana ha. They are the sole distributors of power jet batteries. Omo Shalom Sport Roundabout. Omo number 0242 314 774. We no battery we no. The only battery I mean as autobisi uka so for about 10 years. Nese so na in we 10 years car battery. Ubetime use na febo power jet batteries. Brutal. I mean Canada na assignment kowa na so area ho a Ochinenti Enterprise ho obenya biato Accra so battery shop bia wa bose okan Kumasi a Kwame Choba Enterprise or Pampaso ena battery shops Swami Magazine Macro Junction Amokom ni nyina obenya biato Kumasi for ho asem na making Takrade Winneba Cape Coast Kasoa Mankisim Swedru battery shop bia obehie bia kasa ope power jet batteries ato fasi cars na wa obedi de making ho adanse omo ya ade dodo ansa na medi Exodus moringa and the dandelion capsules ho asem no ma men fanto anim se ene Ghana for yenim emergency numbers for police unim fire emergency number unim medical emergency number ope ambulance unim number obefre bas wakwa